We didn't take any votes. There were no votes taken in the executive session. There's no correspondence. Any public comments on agenda items 5 through 10? No?
This is on the superintendent's report. The district leadership team will be meeting with the building leaders to review, discuss, and plan our course of action on how we will increase student achievement on the RICASP exam. So that concludes my report.
Okay, thank you, Bob. The next item on the agenda is the consent. Does everyone have an opportunity to look over the consent agenda?
I'd just like to move the approval of appointments towards the end of the meeting.
You're moving the...
I'll concur with that.
Okay. Is that a motion?
Second.
Okay. Okay, on the consent agenda, we need a motion.
Motion made to approve the consent agenda with the exception of the appointments.
Right. And seconded by Ron Iannetta, motion by Rod De Silva. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it, so voted. Next item, Gina.
I make a motion to approve the executive session minutes pursuant and applicable to Rhode Island General Law 42-46-4 and 5 for the dates of November 14th, 2018, December 1st, 2018, and December 4th, 2018.
Second by Mr. De Silva.
Motion by Mrs. Picard, seconded by Mr. De Silva. Discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it, so
Mr. Chairman,
voted.
I'd also like to make a motion to seal the executive session minutes pursuant and applicable to Rhode Island General Law for the dates of November 14th, December 1st, and December 4th.
Motion by Ms. Picard, seconded by Mr. Iannetta and Mr. De Silva. Okay. Discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Have it, so voted. Next item, approval of bills. We need,
Motion made to approve the bills and get them paid.
we want to pay the bills. Great. Okay. Motion by Mr. De Silva, seconded by Donald Cataldi. Okay. Discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it, and so voted. Next item, use of property.
Motion made to approve the property use requests as submitted.
Okay, motion by
Second.
Mr. De Silva, seconded by Mrs. Picard. Discussion. You want to say something on? No. Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it, so voted. Next item, new business. Before we go into the new business aspect, I'd like to call Joe Roddy up here. Joe?
Chairman Mastriano, thank you. For those who aren't aware, I'm Joe Rardy. I was the consultant who had the privilege to work with the North Providence School Committee in their quest to fill their superintendent seat. I want to share with the audience, if I could, very, very briefly, the process and what has transpired over the past 3 months. Really good work from Central Office Administration, which resulted in a net of 22 applicants. The first round of application screening took place approximately 3.5 weeks ago, with 5 candidates representing 3 different states coming to North Providence on the past 2 Saturdays. The process had extraordinary support from the hiring committee, who gave up countless hours to review applications, to review resumes, and equally important, tie together the 350 community members who participated in the process, either through the community survey, direct calls to me, or attending a community forum. The net of this evening, and I think it's really important for this audience to understand that the net of this evening resulted in action that the school committee is prepared to take that clearly had a distinguished pool of applicants, and the person they're looking to move forward had an extraordinary distance from that pool. I stand here absolutely certain, as the consultant that worked with the school committee, that the North Providence children has a superintendent that will never lose sight of them. The North Providence community has a superintendent who deeply will be invested in partnership. And I believe in a short period of time, the North Providence school community will be in terrific hands. Before I said, allow me, if I could, a personal and professional thank you to Anthony Marciano, who answered numerous calls, led the committee, and did it with the dignity that you would expect from North Providence. Thank you to Attorney Scungio, who offers unyielding support to the committee and to the consultant. Thank you to Norma Jean Perry, Louise Seitzinger, Interim Superintendent Robert O'Brien, and Kathy Goyette, all central office staff, all who worked above and beyond to make tonight happen. It absolutely was a privilege on my part to be a part working with the North Providence School Committee. Thank you.
On behalf of the committee and the Providence School Department, Joe, I want to thank you for the fine job you've done for us. Thank you very much. We're going to number 4, Bob.
And this is a discussion and vote to approval to solicit bids for snow removal at the schools. Background, the previous contract for snow removal was under contract from 2015 to 2018. That contract has expired. We need to go out to bid for a new contractor for snow removal. We have secured a contract under an emergency contract until we receive the bids, and the emergency contract will expire. The superintendent recommends approval that we go out to RFP for snow removal.
Mr. Cataldi and Mr. Iannetta. Discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it, so voted. All right, Bob.
You want to read?
Next item, number 5, is the discussion pertaining to the assistant superintendent attending a CD conference for professional development in March. Mr. Superintendent?
This is an outstanding professional development opportunity for the assistant superintendent to attend. I attended the conference as an assistant superintendent and as a superintendent and found the professional development to be outstanding. The superintendent recommends approval.
Any motion?
Second.
By Mr. Cataldi, is it? All right, and Mr.
Mr.
Iannetta and the rest of the entire committee. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it, so voted. Next item, number 6, Bob.
Okay, this is just a discussion on the ELL student staff needs. I've included a copy of the level of services our ELL, which is English language learner population, is receiving at each school. As you can see, we are not in compliance with the required level of service our students should be receiving. We would need to add teacher at every level to be in compliance. We would not be able to get teachers if we wanted to hire more teachers. There are no ELL teachers available. We are looking at a virtual program that we could use alongside our existing ELL teachers to get us in compliance for all ELL students. So I don't know if there are any questions on that chart that gave out, but if you really look at the last column, these are service periods per week that we are short for providing service, and we have it broken down by every school. Just to give you an example, at Maryville, we're short 310 service period hours for our ELL population at Maryville. And that's just an example. I mean, the numbers are even larger at some of the others. So we are exploring the possibility of supplementing and providing some virtual support for our students so that we can become in compliance. So I just wanted to report that out to the committee.
Any questions? There's no vote required on this. It's just informational. Okay? All right. Next item, discussion, vote, approval on property use form. Bob?
Okay, I have also included in your packet the old form that we've been using in North Providence and a proposed new form. When we really took a look at that form, we discovered some areas that were, some glaring things were actually missing on that form, like basic stuff like the date that it was submitted, whether they had insurance, those types of things. So we have, again, I've attached those copies, and I would like a approval from this committee to change that form. So if you look at the changes, they absolutely make sense, that things that probably we should have been doing right along. One of them also addresses there was concerns about lining of fields, so we actually put it on the form so that they can indicate if a field needs to be lined, so that I can actually get that to the public works so that work can be done.
Motion to approve?
Motion by Ms. Picard, seconded by Mr. Cataldi. Active. Discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it, so voted. Next item.
Make a motion to approve the staff attendance policy. This is the third read.
Motion by
Second.
Ms. Picard, seconded by Mr. De Silva. Discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it, so voted.
I make a motion to rescind the resignation of Aaron Schrank.
Do you want to discuss that?
Just, no, that's superintendent approval.
He approval on that. Motion by Mr. Picard, seconded by Mr. Iannetta. Discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it, so voted. Yeah. We need a motion on the leave of absence matter. Yeah. No, you did the resignation, you got to do leave of absence.
Make a motion to approve the grant of leave of absence for Aaron Schrank.
Motion by Mrs. Picard, seconded by Mr. De Silva. Discussion, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it, so voted. Okay, next item is the separation agreement.
I'll make a motion to approve the acceptance of the employee separation agreement.
All right, motion by Mr. De Silva, seconded by Mr. Iannetta. Discussion, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it, so voted. Okay. Next matter on the agenda for us is we're going to give out plaques of service by members of the committee who are leaving. They're not leaving the state, by the way. They're just leaving the committee. December 31, their term expires. And the first one is someone cheering from right now, I think, Don Cataldi.
I'm going to do Poppy next. Get ready for Poppy.
Don? Okay, you want to read the plaque?
So I would like to let everyone know that we have plaques for our outgoing school committee members, and it's been an honor to serve with Donald, Ronnie, and Stephen Palmieri. I've learned a lot from all three. While we always don't get along and we disagree, I think we can all say we have one consistency, and that's advocating for the students and families of North Providence. So it's been an honor to serve with all three of you. Thank you so much. And the plaque is presented to Donald J. Cataldi, North Providence School Committee, in appreciation for your 20 years of dedicated service to the students of North Providence from 1999 to January 4th, 2019, and on behalf of the entire school committee. So thank you, Donald. So Donald would like to say a few words.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I'll be brief. I'll be honest with you, this day was tougher than I thought it was going to be. You know, after being an elected official for 22 years, a lot of thoughts came to my mind today. A lot of them had to do with you, believe it or not. But I want to thank the members of the committee, both present and past. It's just been an unbelievable, 22-year career. Rod, being your counterpart in District 2, I can't thank you enough for, your inspiration, your guidance when it came to educational issues, but most importantly for your true friendship. I want to thank the constituents of District 2 for having the faith in me to serve them. It's been an absolute privilege and a part of my life that, I'll never forget. I want to recognize Representative Arthur Corvese, who in 1998 came to me and said he was a member here and said, I'm going to run for the State House of Representatives, which he was successful and is still there. And with my daughter becoming of school age, I said, well, you know what? That's a good thing for me. I'd like to get involved with that. So, Doc, thank you for the opportunity. And again, thank you for your friendship all these years. And Chuck Pollock, I want to wish you the best of luck. You will be taking this seat in January. The best suggestion I can give you is listen to those who have been here. I know you're a man of integrity and you're an individual, and I think the District 2 is going to be very well served by you being here. One of the most inspiring acts, one of my last acts of being a member on the committee is tonight, and I'm so honored to be able to, very soon, support the appointment of Joe Goho as superintendent. Joe and I go back almost to the same time, 20 years ago, and we've done a lot together. We've moved forward in a lot of great directions, and Joe, you can tell your children now that I was the Santa Claus that called every Christmas Eve. So, and lastly, I want to thank my biggest supporter and one of my longest supporters, who in 1992, at age 2, campaigned with me door to door in her carriage, wearing a t-shirt that said, "Vote for my daddy." And she's been by my side ever since, both politically and everything else that I've done in my life. And I can't tell you, Alyssa, how much I appreciate it. You're truly my best friend, you know that. But now you have to share that with Lucas now because, there's nobody better than him, more special. So I want to thank you and Lucas and my son-in-law, Kyle. And with that being said, I'm tearing up here, so I've had enough. So thank you very much for the last 22 years.
So we have our next school committee member, Ronald Iannetta, and it's presented to Ronald Iannetta, North Providence School Committee, in appreciation for your 12 years of dedicated service to the students of North Providence from 2007 till 2019. On behalf of the entire school committee, Ronnie, it's been a pleasure and a privilege. Thank you.
without a doubt, it's been an honor and a privilege to serve on this school committee alongside my colleagues during the past 12 years. It's been an amazing quick 12 years since I replaced Dr. Pilata back in 2007, and now he'll be coming back on the committee replacing me. During the past 12 years, this committee, my colleagues, have worked together to make the needs and the interests of our students their #1 priority. We've worked cooperatively to do whatever we could for them, and we made gains and strides when it came to educational policies, in athletics, in extracurricular activities, and in technological advances. I would like to thank my colleagues on the committee for their support, for their friendship, and I would also like to thank the members of the community for the support that they have given me during my past 12 years while serving in this committee. Thank you.
Thank you, Ron. I would be remiss if I didn't say anything about the 3 people that are leaving. I'll start with Donald. Donald was a person who certainly adds a very special flavor to the committee. We don't always agree, but that's okay. This is America, and that's how we get things done. It's been very pleasurable, Donald, having you on the committee, and I certainly wish you the best in your future. You're still a young man. You got your whole career ahead of you, whatever you want to do. And certainly, I think you have a grandson that's going to keep you busy, and God bless him. And I know your lovely daughter's here, and she's very proud of everything this evening. And I think that little boy is going to go places, that's for sure. Next is Stephen Palmieri, who is not here. And Stephen wasn't feeling well, and he's had some health issues to deal with over the past couple of years. And Stephen always did a lot of things with a passion. Some people didn't agree with some of the things he proposed, and some people, not everybody can love you, you know. But Stephen is a very passionate person about his issues, and he did a lot of wonderful things for this committee. And lastly, my dear friend, Ronald Iannetta, who I've known for many, many years, we taught together, we socialized together, and our friendship was forever. And I'd like to thank Ron for his contributions. In a quiet way, he knew how to get things done, you know, which is great. You don't always have to make a lot of noise to get things done. And people tell me I'm sort of a quiet guy myself. But be that as it may, this is, by the way, I'm completing my 24th year on the school committee. I don't know where the years go, but that's how long I've been here. And hopefully, with the help of God, I hope to serve 4 more. And give it everything I have, I always have, and I will continue to give it everything I have and give it my very best. And I'd like to thank the entire committee for working with me. We got through some struggles. We worked hard together. Didn't always agree, but I feel I kept the committee together, and I'm proud of that. And I'm proud of the people who are on this committee because they worked very hard to get things done. And that's basically all I want to say. I want to say one more thing about the appointment that we're going to be making this evening. I know he's going to get a lot of accolades, this guy, but I've known Joe since '99. That's the first time I met him, and I'm sure he remembers our first meeting. I didn't know him at all, so it was when he came in for an interview. I liked Joe immediately. I always told him that, and matter of fact, you're not supposed to do this, but I committed my vote right then and there, and I said, this is the guy I want. That's it. I don't want to hear anybody else after this, because he did such an impressive job, and he did a great job in his interviews for this position. And I know I'm very confident that he is the man to lead this district over the next many years. We won't say how many, but as many as he wants, I guess. And I wish you the very best, Joe, and we're going to be doing this in about 2 minutes, okay? Thank you very much. On the new business, be resolved, the North Providence School Committee hereby selects Joseph Gogo to serve as Superintendent of Schools for the town of North Providence commencing February 1st, 2019. We need a motion.
Second.
All right. Who made the motion?
Anthony.
All right. Who made the motion? Donald?
Yes.
Donald. Probably seconded by the entire committee. Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Discussion?
I'd actually like to say something.
Sure.
Well, I've been on a lot of interviews, and I've heard many people speak about why they want a position and why they want a job. Listening to Joe interview for this position was probably one of the greatest moments ever in North Providence for us as school committee members. He spoke with such passion about the students, about the faculty, the staff, not just the way you speak about your job or your career, but in a way that it is who he is with every fiber of his being. And that really stood above the rest. There was almost no way someone could even come in second. It was impossible. I could have listened to him speak about the work, and he used the word team throughout his entire interview. And that says a lot about a person. Joe understands with humility that the work of leading a school, of leading a district, comes with the power behind him of staff, students, and community. And it's a privilege and an honor to know Joe. I've been on the committee now for 10 years. I have 2 students at the high school, and I know every day walking into this building that not just will Joe make sure that they are well taken care of, because he does that for all of the students here, but that every staff member looks at Joe as a role model and as a model of leadership and takes every child under their wing. The staff here at the high school, under Joe's leadership, they are phenomenal, and I would actually match them against any high school in the state. And while I know people have questions about RICAS scores and things like that, I am very confident that leading this district forward, Joe Goho is the right man for the job, and you will see huge improvements simply because when you have morale and people believe in their leader, things move forward, and it's a privilege to know you, Joe. It's an honor to have you as our superintendent, and I am thrilled about your leadership here at the high school and now at the district.
Thank you very much. Okay, Ron, want to make a comment?
Joe, you and I have previously worked together for many years at the high school. I've always known you to be a straight shooter, very honest and trusted person. I enjoyed working along your side as a guidance counselor during my tenure here. It made it very easy and enjoyable to work at the high school. It's very easy to see why you have succeeded. I was glad that I was able to participate in the interviews. Additionally, I was glad that you did apply this time. And I'm also glad that I'm part of the process in appointing you the next superintendent of schools. You and your staff have done a remarkable job at North Providence High School. You've made outstanding strides. I'm not going to list all the accolades that the high school has received during your tenure, but they're numerous, and that's a testimony to you and to your staff. Without a doubt, I am positive that the strides that you've made with this high school, you will continue to make with the entire North Providence School District, and you will make this community proud of our schools in this town. Thank you.
With any other comments? No. Joe, I guess we're going to canonize you this evening. But without further ado, Joe, I'd like to introduce your parents, who I know very well. They're very fine people. And Mr. Who's? It's his mother's birthday. And I understand it's your mom's birthday. Is that true? Oh, that's wonderful. Okay, Mr. and Mrs. Goho, would you please stand? Thank you very much. I miss the coffees we used to have together, Mr. Goho. Okay, Joe, would you like to come up and say something? I'm sure you're not going to be lost for words.
So I want to thank the committee for the kind words and the no pressure, huge strides. Oh boy, a lot of pressure on me already, but no, thank you for the kind words. I really do appreciate it. It was a pleasure interviewing with you, and the process was so professional, so well handled by the committee. I want to thank, obviously, a few people. First of all, my parents, and I guess it is an omen that I'm being appointed on my mother's birthday, so that is a good thing. So I want to thank them, and also, obviously, for pushing me into education. I wanted to be the next Al Michaels. I wanted to announce Monday night football games. And then I realized I'd probably have to start out my career in Boise, Idaho, or somewhere like that. Then my next vision was like to be general manager of the Red Sox. And my father grounded me and said, no, you need to go into education. And so that turned out to be a good decision. And so I wanted to thank them for that and for putting me through college and putting that bill on their backs to support me. And you know, they're a big piece of why I'm here today. So thank you for that. Also, my wife and my family, Ben and Nicole, thank you for coming. They took time out of their busy social calendars to come tonight, so I'm really, really happy about that. I get to see them, you know, so thank you guys for coming. And of course, obviously, my wife, Melissa, who's been my best friend too, and my biggest supporter and champion. So thank you. I love you guys all. So thank you for coming tonight, and thank you for supporting me in getting this far. I'm so happy that students are here tonight, because that's what it's all about for me. And everybody knows that. I love coming to work every day because I'm surrounded by kids. That's going to be the most difficult part of the job, but I know I will make the job being with kids still. So I want to thank the students who are here. And thank you guys for the great 21 years that I've had at North Providence High School. I'm looking forward to many, many more. I have my North Providence High School faculty members here, Kathy, Mike, Lucille, Jill, Melissa, my work wives, Janine, Melissa Caffrey, who take care of me, make sure I'm well fed, and obviously, my right-hand man, like when I forget things or forget how we used to do things, I would always go to Kristen McGill. How do we do that? What did we do? Where do I have to be? She is such a vital and integral part of the high school, so I'm so glad that she could take time away from Timmy and Reagan to be here tonight, because she's an awesome mother, an awesome wife, a great assistant principal, great administrator, and a great friend. So again, I want to thank the community. I'm looking forward to many, many years now of working with you as a team, partnering with the community. One of the great things about North Providence is that the town is very passionate, as we all know, but the good thing is that the town is very passionate about education. And so that's why I'm here, that's why I've been here for so long, and that's why I want to continue to be here. So I thank you for this opportunity. I'm really grateful. Thank you so much. That would be great. Thank you, driver. Thank you. Thank you.
Vote on 2 other items, okay? That's all right. Be it further resolved, the committee, the school committee authorizes us to execute the employment contract on behalf of
Motion made.
So
Motion
moved.
by Rod
Second.
Silva, second by Jennifer Carr. Discussion, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it, so vote.
Be it finally resolved that the school committee terminates the search process for the superintendent of schools and dismisses the superintendent hiring committee.
Okay. Motion by Mr. Iannetta, second by Mr. Cataldi. Discussion? Opposed? Ayes have it, so vote. Motion to adjourn is in order.
Motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn, second by Mr. Iannetta and Mr. De Silva. Meeting's adjourned at 18.